There's an unspoken rule that no one speaks about, and that you might not even realize if you don't take time to think about it deeply, which pertains to the fact that if you look around you, everything grows. It's the nature of things, basically, living things to grow. It's the nature of God to grow. When He created Adam and Eve, He said, "Look, man, go out there and be fruitful, multiply, and be fruitful." Those two words were just saying, grow. Don't be stagnant. I don't want to come back here and find you at the same place I found you at. And the Bible, the whole Bible in its entirety speaks to growth. The parable of that man who went away and gave his servants some coins, and the one who did not grow the coins that he gave to them, he rebuked, and he said, you are not faithful. You're not a faithful servant. Question: why are you not growing? Why is it that your life is seemingly at the same place? Why is it that everybody else around you is speaking about growth, is speaking about changing where they are, is speaking about challenging themselves, is speaking about getting out of their comfort zone, is speaking about big dreams, and you're still the same person you were 10 years ago? That is the question that we're asking today. And I want you to understand that I'm not asking this thing from a point of, making you feel bad, but rather I'm asking you all this from a point of wishing you all the best for you to change, for you to become better, for you to actually look back and say, after that video, I became a better person. You see, growth is something that is actually very much possible for all of us. Growth is something that has been given. It's in our nature to want to grow. It is embedded in us. That's why you feel frustrated when you look at your salary and it has not grown. The only thing that we don't love is because it is in us. It is our nature to grow. So you're going against your nature, staying exactly where you are. You're not only going against your nature, but you're also going against God Himself. The Creator is not happy with where you are. And so in this video, I want to share with you, three ways of growing. As we have established, it is time to grow, my brother. It is time to grow, my sister. It is time to grow. You cannot be at the same place for all this time that you've been at the same place. And if I don't tell you, no one else will. I'm just a stranger on the internet. And if the stranger on the internet doesn't tell you that you need to grow, then your sisters are going to brush this out. Your brothers are not going to tell you, but they're going to go behind your back and speak about you. That, look at that one, is still at the same place as he was 5 or 10 years ago. See, my own experience is that if you don't take the time to say right now is the right time to start this thing, that's point number one. Step number one. Wait for step number three also, because step number three is of importance. If you don't take the time to say, look, man, this right here is the time for me to plan my things towards my own growth, then you might as well wait forever. Because all the things that I did were because I took a risk. And the risks that I took were the only reason why I am where I am, to grow from point A to point B. You see, it might look easy on your eyes, but if you've never attempted to do it, you will never know the mistakes that you can make. You will never know your capabilities. You will never know what to do next time you're trying to do the same thing you need to do. So the idea of growth speaks to you to say, look, man, it starts with you saying, I'm not going to wait for the right time. That's step number one. Step number one is the realization that there is no such thing as the right time. The right time is an illusion that we have placed in our heads, and that right there has been holding us down for the longest of time. Try this. Start right now. Start when it doesn't feel right. Start when it doesn't feel like you're ready. Start especially when the mountains seem too big. Start when you don't feel like doing it. That is the moment that really matters most. And when you start that moment, it is the thing that will change the whole narrative of your growth. So if you're stagnant right now, one of the things that has been happening in your life, you would agree with me, is that you have been waiting for something to, for the universe to be perfectly aligned. There was no element of faith to step out without knowing the results, because you want to step out when everything is sorted. Nothing is going to be sorted. When you step out, you'll figure it out as you go. So the first step is step now, do it now before it feels like it's the right time to do it. The second step is don't shift your focus on looking for help from other people. Yes, other people are necessary, but more often than not, the solutions that we need, God has given them to us in our minds. If you really look closely, you will see that the Savior is inside you. God has come inside you. Go internally. You will see exactly what you need to do. Because we wait to grow in whether it's finances, whether it's business, whether it's in our relationship, whether it's in life in general. We try to wait to grow because we are saying we are waiting for someone to come and show us the way. The way has already been shown, and you are the person to do it. So this step number 2 is embedded with two things. It's embedded with you are the right person to do it. You are the person to do it. There's no one else who can do it but you. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Maybe that should have been another step to say you need to believe that you can do it. And when you finally do it with all your might. Let's take the last step. For you to grow, you need to track your growth in writing to say, what is it that you want? It has to be something touchable. It has to be something that you can actually look at and say, I need to do A, B, C, and D. So that if you don't do it, you say, I didn't do this, I didn't grow. What I'm trying to say, maybe I'm not putting in the right words, but I'm trying to say this. You need to be able to track your growth, quantify your growth. That's the thing. Quantify your growth. Be accountable to yourself. Look for somebody else. That's another step I'm going to place as we go. But you need to be able to quantify, to say by certain time, I would have achieved such and such a thing, which brings us to step number 4. Let me just take you to another step. I don't wanted to give you 3. I want to give you 4. Make a time frame to say, I want to do certain thing by a certain time. It has to be said, because if there's no time frame, then there's no pressure, then there's no deadline, then there is no, you're just doing whatever you want to do. You do as you please. You don't wait for anybody. You say, even in 10 years. But if you say, I want to do it in 2 years, you will be able to do it in 2 years. But if you say, I want to do it in 10 years, you'll be able to do it in 10 years. Let's close off this video by saying, it's time for you to grow. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched up until this point, you should probably subscribe. You should probably like this video. You should probably share it. But from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for watching. It's time for you to grow.